What's good out there, Team J3? Your boy is back in the building. I got the homies here for this death battle right here.
Death battle!
What's up, yeah, what's up? Anyway, I don't know what niggas like. But I got the man, the myth, the legend, the code. I got Savage Jackson, and I got AP5.
Yep.
I'm your boy J3. Let's get into this. What is it? Natsu versus Ace. Fairy Tail versus One Piece. I have no idea what these are. Are you familiar?
I know a little bit about One Piece, I guess. I watched a little bit, but not really.
Yeah, as far as you saw, you didn't see nothing.
I know a little bit. I know Natsu was supposedly raised by a dragon or something, and he can breathe fire or something.
Ain't that Ace dude One Piece brother or something? Crap?
I know one thing.
Half brother.
Natsu was raised by dragons, and he's supposed to breathe fire or something like that.
All right, let me give y'all a little backstory.
I'm still Pope Pippin like
so. Natsu was raised by a fire dragon.
Okay.
And
Charizard.
Yes. And this fire dragon gave him the abilities to have magical fire moves. So he could breathe fire, throw fire out of his hands, whatever he could.
He's an ultimate fire Digimon.
And to regenerate his powers, he has to swallow fire. He can eat fire.
So he's a firebender.
Firebenders don't eat fire.
But he has to eat fire to regenerate himself.
Fire heals him.
Well, I don't know who to go with, so we're gonna watch this death battle.
And Ace,
I'm going with the One Piece cheater.
Now Ace ate the fire fruit.
He ate the purple fruit.
The fire fruit.
Gotcha.
Where Ace could turn his whole body literally to fire.
Eat him. The other guy gonna eat
Natsu's
him.
gonna win. He's gonna eat him.
Natsu gonna
but
get
there was an episode of Natsu when he ate magical fire. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Natsu gonna get served up.
We're gonna watch by Ace. I don't know. Let's see what death battle got to say, and then we'll make a decision. You know how we do that.
He's the older brother of Loopy, right?
Hey Mark.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all this merch marketing, like these pretty awesome Death Battle t-shirts. Can get kind of stressful. So we have some new office amenities that I think will help take the edge off. Like the new office jacuzzi.
Gee, no thanks. You ever smelled a wet sock before?
Alright, maybe a relaxing massage then.
Yeah, I got a free hand.
Like a pervert, bro.
How about a nice hot sauna?
It's a fucking toast oven, Chad.
Mark Slothman, and now I got the sexiest shirt in the market, Death Battle shirts. You wear this, you're gonna find yourself in a sex battle. I don't know what that is, but I know you'll love it, okay? Now click the link below and buy this shirt, or they're gonna eat me.
He like some stuff Chewbacca threw up.
Chewbacca hairball.
In ancient times, the Greeks believed everything to be made of 4 elements: earth, air, water, and the most difficult to control, fire.
Well, these two combatants have mastered the art of playing with fire. Natsu Dragneel, the Dragon Slayer Mage of the Fairy Tail Guild.
And Porcasti Ace, the feared pirate known as Fire Fist.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Scorpion.
In his infancy, Natsu Dragneel was a pretty normal child living in a pretty normal village.
And then a bunch of dragons toasted the town and killed everybody, including him. The end.
Fortunately, Natsu's older brother, Zareth, survived. Horrified by the violent fate of his family, Zareth desperately sought a way to revive Natsu. Eventually, he discovered the connections between life, death, and magic, and became obsessed.
And so he became the most evil and powerful mage ever, cursed to live forever and ruin everyone's lives. But everything worked out, I guess, because he brought Natsu back. Just one catch, Natsu had to be revived as a demon, though this gave him the potential to become even more powerful than Zareth.
Unfortunately, Zareth had become incredibly dangerous to be around. Fearing for his brother's safety, he left Natsu in the care of his friend Igneal, who just so happened to be the Fire Dragon King.
Natsu got adopted by a friggin' dragon. Kinda weird since the dragon killed him in the first place and his family.
Is that the Power Rangers movie?
Dragon Dad ended up teaching little Natsu Dragon Slayer Magic, a school of mystical martial arts developed specifically to kill dragons.
Dragon Beast, though.
It's really back and forth with these dragons, isn't it?
Regardless, Igneal eagerly accepted his role as adopted father. He taught Natsu how to read, write, and fight. But then when Natsu came of age, Igneal suddenly sent him through a time machine and poof! Before he knew it, Natsu was trapped 400 years in the future and abandoned by the only father figure he ever really knew.
I know that feel, little buddy. I know that feel.
Of course, it was all part of Ignil's plan to save the world, but at the time Natsu didn't know that. Fortunately, it wasn't long before he found a new home and family among the mercenaries of the Fairy Tale Guild.
Yeah, it turns out being a demon trained by a goddamn dragon made Natsu pretty effective as a bounty hunter.
Natsu possesses superhuman speed, impressive strength, and unbelievable durability. He has superior senses such as sight and smell, along with a mastery of hand-to-hand combat skills.
Mix all that up with his fire dragon slayer magic, and you got one fiery cocktail that'll knock just about anybody on their ass.
As the name suggests, Fire Dragon Slayer magic revolves around conjuring and manipulating fire. A prime example would be Natsu's signature move, the Fire Dragon's Roar,
where he literally shoots fire from his mouth.
Or he can engulf his hand in flames for the devastating Fire Dragon's Iron Fist.
You know, we're gonna be saying fire a lot this episode.
Yup. Natsu has well over 24 different ways to incorporate fire into his martial arts, but his real strength comes from a move nobody ever really expects.
Yeah. He eats fire.
Like all mages in the fairy tale world, Natsu has a limited pool of magic, but consuming fire actually replenishes it. Not only that, he can consume a few different types of elemental magic as well, including lightning.
Talk about a shocking appetite. And because this is anime, eating lightning gives Natsu access to an all-new form, Lightning Fire Dragon. With this, Natsu's abilities are enhanced with electricity.
Is that
giving him a brand new power.
To increase his fire abilities, Natsu can enter Dragon Force. This greatly increases his Dragon Slayer magic and physical prowess, bringing Natsu closer to the strength of a full-grown dragon.
He's even starting to look like a dragon now. I think that's like an awful traumatic reminder when he looks at himself.
But when his Dragon Slayer abilities aren't enough, Natsu enters his strongest mode yet, Fire Dragon King mode. In this form, Natsu has access to techniques only the most powerful of dragons can wield, such as the Demolition Fist and the Fire Dragon King's Roar.
At his strongest, he can wipe out exactly 973 soldiers all at once and create massive explosions so big they could wipe out a whole town.
Natsu's raw power is
like he could beat One Punch Man,
magically and physically.
What?
He's strong enough to lift an enormous stone slab 7 times larger than himself. Comparing this stone to Natsu's height and compensating for the density of the stone, it's likely this block weighs about 135 tons.
Talk about never skipping arm day. He's also fast. He's fought in multiple battles where he's moved faster than the eye can see, putting him well over 9,000 miles per hour.
Wow.
And when fighting opponents even faster than him, Natsu has used his keen observational skills and indomitable willpower to predict their moves and defeat them. He's pretty clever in battle, which is surprising given how headstrong and stubborn he can be.
Like any real fighter, Natsu prioritizes offense over defense, running in guns or, arms blazing.
Except this impulsive approach to fighting often leaves massive amounts of collateral damage in his wake. Remember how we mentioned his firepower could wipe out a whole town? Well, sometimes that's not completely intentional. In fact, this hasty attitude may be his greatest weakness.
Nah, his greatest weakness is how easily he gets motion sick. Put him on a moving car or boat and he'll be hurling in a matter of seconds. That flying cat following him around should start carrying vomit bags.
Yeah, that's one of the stranger downsides of Dragon Slayer magic. Natsu's dragon-like senses can overload his semicircular canals, creating a feeling similar to vertigo. But more importantly, Natsu has a bad habit of burning through his available magic rather quickly.
Yeah, but who cares? He can just chow down on some tasty flames or lightning to replenish his magic.
Just one problem. Consuming any fire or lightning that Natsu has created himself will not replenish his reserves.
Oh well, Natsu's still a badass. He really is the Fairy Tale Guild's trump card for whenever things go south. And he continues to fulfill his old dragon dad's wish of making the world a safer place by setting it on fire.
I think it's time we stop playing around.
I think he had to beat up his own brother at the end of
I'm gonna shatter you into a million
Got me.
pieces.
Interesting.
Well,
He had to beat up his own brother at the end of the show, huh?
Gold D. Roger, King of the Pirates, obtained this and everything else the world
right
had
as
to
the season
offer.
started.
And then he was brutally executed,
I didn't know that was his
leaving
brother till
everyone
now.
to run off searching for the king's long-lost treasure, the One Piece.
However, unknown to most, Roger left behind an heir, albeit unborn. Terrified the Marines would execute Roger's son as well, the child's mother held her pregnancy for a total of 20 months. 20 months!
Holy mother of hell! How did that even happen?
Sheer inconceivable willpower. Though she died in childbirth, her last act was to give her newborn son his name, Porcus D. Ace.
Soon after, Ace was adopted by an old acquaintance of his father, Monkey D. Garp, and raised alongside Monkey D. Luffy and his childhood friend Sabo.
Over time, Ace, Luffy, and Sabo grew very close, considering themselves brothers and together forging a lifelong pact. They would forever live life as free as possible.
And for Ace, that meant following in his father's footsteps. It was the pirate's life for him.
Ace was a natural on the sea, thanks to his incredible strength and combat aptitude. He quickly learned his way around the ocean, becoming the captain of his own ship in just a year's time, and eventually joining the ranks of the deadliest pirates around. He even claimed one of the world's most sought-after treasures, a devil fruit.
In the One Piece world, if you eat yourself a devil fruit, you get yourself a superpower. In Ace's case, he ate the flame fruit, which, guess what? Granted him the power to create and control fire. But with new power comes a buttload of badass new ways to kill people. Get this guy's gun hands are actually handguns.
I mean, I guess that's accurate. That would be Ace's fire gun ability, and it's just one of many attacks the flame fruit's power provides.
Man, I love my gun leg and all,
Oh my
but now I
God.
think I really need me some gun hands to go
Tight.
along with it.
That's tight anime, by the way.
Sometimes I really,
Which anime was that? I
really
saw
wonder
that.
about
Trigon.
where you came from.
You're
The
right.
front door, like
Dash.
every day. Come on, Wiz, pay attention.
Anyway, these fire abilities are what earned him the nickname Fire Fist Ace.
Because he can turn his
He looked like
punches
Wrecker with
into
his flame
blazing
like that.
balls of red-hot fire. Forget gun hands. Give me some of that.
Manipulating fire comes easy to Ace. He can conjure up enormous pillars of flame so intensely heated they can incinerate enemy projectiles, acting as a sort of fire shield.
He's also got some really weird names for his attacks, like Firefly, Fiery Doll, and St. Elmo's Fire. Man, when did Elmo become a saint?
No. Actually, that's referencing weather phenomena where plasma appears to discharge atop a pointed object. Ace's version is not like that at all. Instead, he conjures up two javelins made of pure fire and hurls them through enemies, burning them inside and out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with his version.
Firefly and Fiery Doll is a combination attack, where he creates several small balls of green plasma which surround the foe before detonating in a massive series of explosions.
Piccolo
He does have one attack with a really cool name, though.
Oh, what's that?
Crossfire, you get caught up in the crossfire.
I remember that.
Of course. However, Ace's most powerful attack is undoubtedly his Great Flame Commandment, Flame Emperor.
Which is a pretty big name for what is essentially a fiery spirit bomb. But good God, if you see that thing coming your way, don't even bother trying to run. You dead.
There's even more. See, the devil fruit Ace discovered was of a rare breed, a Logia fruit. Because of this, Ace also gained the ability to transform his entire body into fire.
When he's in flame-on mode, physical attacks pass right through him like he isn't even there. And if his fire body is somehow messed up, like someone dropping a giant candle snuffer on him, his true human body would be totally unaffected.
Actually, since receiving this power, Ace has only been badly hurt by other Logia users wielding an element with an inherent advantage over fire, such as magma or water.
Man, it's like he's invincible.
In a way, but it's not an automatic defense. Ace must make the conscious decision to transform his body.
But thanks to his blindingly quick reflexes, he's able to avoid almost any attack. He can even react quick enough to avoid a shot from a sniper.
In this instance, he was reacting to the gunman in view. Assuming this gunman was professionally trained, Ace would have needed to react in about a quarter of a second.
But who needs speed when your fire fist can blow apart 5 ships all at once?
Considering ships like these would likely be constructed of teak wood, to accomplish this, Ace would need to hit
These
each
niggas
ship
go
with at
again.
least 15,000 pounds of force per square inch.
So getting hit by Ace would be like getting hit with a wrecking ball. And when he throws more fire into the mix, he can wipe out an entire town.
Ace's last extraordinary quality actually has little to do with fire at all. If there's anything he inherited from his mother, it's his insane willpower and endurance.
He once fought a karate fishman for 5 straight days. Man, with that
Karate
endurance, he's gonna
Hey,
make some lucky lad
Jim
or lady
B's tight.
real happy someday.
No, man.
Or I guess he would have if he didn't.
Karate.
Oh, hey, it's
Look
a
at him.
huge spoiler warning.
He a Pokemon?
Might as well
Ace
be.
dead.
Jim
Like,
B.
Totally dead.
Like many Logia users, Ace grew cocky in his ability to avoid being hit. In fact, he practically forgot what pain even felt like. And so, despite all of Ace's fantastic feats, his most impressive was when, for once, he chose to take a hit, sacrificing himself to save his brother Luffy.
Damn. Would you do that for me, Wiz?
Oh, sure, of course.
You're a goddamn liar.
He died.
Yeah.
Allow that.
Because he wanted to save his brother.
own.
Did he come back?
Nah, he ain't coming back. He's dead. He's dead.
This ain't Dragon Ball Z, you know, redo.
Yeah.
All right, so
I already know One Piece character is going to win. I knew that
Jesus
from the jump.
Christ.
I know.
wait. All right.
So the fight itself is only...
So the code. You said that
Ace.
Ace is gonna beat Natsu.
Yeah.
How?
Well, first of all, if we're going to go by the death battle rules, which is garbage, he doesn't seem to have a limit to his power
He
like
doesn't.
the other guy
He
who
doesn't.
needs mana, blah, 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 needs to eat some flames. And he doesn't seem to be affected by flames, which seems to be all he really has. So when he runs out of power,
What if he uses electricity?
so what? It can just pass right through him when he does that flame mode. And he has no reserves. You don't have to worry about running out of power.
Exactly.
But they also
Just
say
like
he
the-
gets cocky, too.
Yeah, no. He gets cocky, but as they said in his death, he let himself get hit. So I don't see him letting himself get hit unless, like Death Battle would squeeze
That's what I've been trying to
Luffy
explain
into
to
this fight
subscribers.
just so he can get hit. That makes no sense.
All right, so
I don't see him
what you
hitting
think?
him.
Want to talk to C. Smith first?
I was just gonna bounce back and forth, but all
Okay.
right, go ahead. What do you think, Savage?
Before I was going to say that pink haired dude was going to win because he could eat fire, but this dude is OP as hell.
Ace.
Yeah,
He should
pirate
be able to
dude
just
is
eat him,
as
right?
hell.
But that's
He
assuming-
should be able to just eat him.
That's assuming he goes flames. Because remember, he can go back to
he can
his
go.
normal
Yeah,
mode.
he can go Johnny Storm and turn his whole body into fire, and Natsu should eat him. But he's not going to do that.
And if he does eat him, he can just turn himself back to like human form inside his body and stretch it out.
And then he could just eat him as a regular human.
No,
I mean, it's a little
Cannibalistic,
savage.
yeah.
Savage.
So
Who you going with, dog?
going with Ace.
What about you?
All right, man. So we got 2 for Ace because I was gonna go for Ace.
Obviously. Well, there it is. You can face.
I wanted to go for Ace
got it. No,
because
just keep going.
I knew Ace was gonna win this fight.
You don't know. You seen this?
Ace got better hand-to-hand combat than Natsu.
Remember, this is death
This is a fairy tale.
This is votes. This is going to be based on votes.
No, it's not.
It's not votes bait. It's actually fact that they make up in partial.
Yeah.
They make up some fact in there.
Real quick.
Yeah, like
Yeah, 100,000 pounds.
ships and there's
And they
8 pounds and shit.
And they find that one. It said killed 912, but they actually was saying page 912. Niggas be making up shit.
But I'm going for Ace. Ace is my man. I've been watching Fairy Tail from the start. Ace always been a tight character to me, just because he had the Lugia fruit, and just like Cole mentioned, he cannot be
like
touched
Pirate
unless
Hachi.
he wants you to.
All right.
He's
So we got
fine.
3 for Ace. All right. Natsu sounds beast. He's like a dragon. He has hands. You can punch him. How long can One Piece Ace stay in that flame mode?
As long as he wants.
Yeah, it's limited.
As long as he
They told you he went with Jinbe 5 days. Fire mode. 5 days. He probably could have went longer if he wanted.
All right.
Probably. Let's say he goes fire mode.
Right.
He can eat fire that's not the fire that he didn't make and recover from it. It seems like they both have fire attacks. It should be a stalemate. He should keep eating and he should keep flaming, right? But that's not what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? He's gonna run out of juice and he's gonna end him.
All right.
That's what's going to happen.
All right, I'm going with Ace. I'm going with Ace with this one. One Piece for the win. Let's watch this shit.
One Piece is a tight anime. I should watch it. Like 800 episodes.
Is it over?
Nah.
I'm not watching it.
By the time you
800
catch up, it should be over.
Kind of shit.
It's like 900 episodes, though.
It's a lot of episodes.
Let's go.
All right, the combatants are
That's a lot of
set.
filler.
Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, all this talk
Let me
of
know when One
chowing
Piece
down
5
on some
comes out.
scrumptious flames is making me hungry. Now,
Man, look, this shit better be tight.
This battle gonna be less than 5 minutes.
Nah, it's
If
gonna
only
be
there
bad. We're
was
gonna get
some
some
way
good stuff.
food would be
Watch.
brought straight to me.
I don't know. I seen this
Snake
nigga.
introducing Blue Apron, the number
I seen Obi-Wan versus Maul. I thought that was gonna be long. That episode had like 10 minutes left. I was like, oh, we might get like a little 2-minute, 3-minute battle.
Plus,
3
the ingredients
seconds.
are perfectly
1, 2,
proportioned, so it
death.
cuts down on waste, and you know you're using the right amount. On top of that, you can log into their website and select the
We need to start getting some of these. We gotta get our money.
Like the crispy salmon and roasted potato salad
some of that
with
good
pickled
food.
mustard seeds and cream fraiche sauce.
Plus, it does feel rewarding cooking new and exciting meals right in your own home. But don't just take our word for it. We want you to try it.
Because you're watching Death Battle, you can get 3 meals
that fish
free
look good,
with
though.
free shipping by heading to blueapron.com
Not that outbound, that shit look
/battle.
Seriously, you will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron.
I know a
So
lot of
wait.
people use them.
That's blueapron.com /battle.
But
Look like you on your
it's
thing.
time for a Death Battle!
Alright, let's see this shit.
Hey, you, thief, come back here.
Old school graphics. Looks like it's from the 90s.
They went pixelated.
Yeah, this doesn't deserve 3D.
Well, you remember Zoro and the other girl was
Or you'll have to deal with me.
Too late. Can't give it back.
Nah.
That's it. I'm gonna mess you up.
Fire!
Fire Dragon Swordhorn!
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Are you seriously made of fire? Blood! Time to turn up the heat!
They just threw it in his face.
I like that.
Fire Dragon King's Demolition Fist!
Hot out there.
Bad, hotshot. But you can't even touch me.
Fire blast!
Fiery doll.
Alright, here we
Are you
go.
seriously eating fire? Try eating this!
Like I said, you can't touch me.
I'm not trying to. Lightning Dragon Fire Mode!
I was worried about that. I just
Why is the lightning hitting me?
turned to a Dragon Ball, man.
All's well that ends well.
Ew! That's a burn if I ever saw one.
This battle was anything but clear
This
cut.
shit.
Natsu held the advantage in speed and strength, and Ace trumped him in endurance and defense.
Where did he get this lightning
Still,
powers?
neither held an
that,
advantage
how
so
did
much
it
that
hit
the other
him?
couldn't keep up.
Both were
Whoa, the
mostly
lightning-
immune to each other's
Wait, explain it,
fire
hold on.
attacks. Because fire is Ace's only real weapon, this means he really didn't have anything that could kill Natsu. Natsu was definitely strong enough to put Ace down, but with Ace's intangible fire form, Natsu couldn't even touch him. So, sounds like a stalemate.
Very nearly. Luckily for Natsu, he had an ace in the hole.
Hey, there's one.
Oh, thanks. Natsu has had far more combat training than Ace, and is known for using his superior senses to study his opponents and take advantage of their vulnerabilities.
My curses can change anyone stupid enough to touch me into a living bomb. No matter what I try, this human just consumes my curses. He might even be stronger than he was when this fight started.
When Ace realized Natsu could eat fire, he had to become more liberal with his true physical form to avoid being consumed. And this was what Natsu was counting on.
Being faster than the eye can track, Natsu was more than quick enough to get a good hit in up close.
A perfect opportunity to use a fast, deadly elemental weapon Ace's body wasn't immune to. Lightning.
It's not like Natsu was gonna run out of magic or anything. I mean, there's friggin' fire everywhere.
As his speed, strength, martial arts, and versatility surpassed Ace, all Natsu needed was one good shot, and he made it happen.
In the end, Natsu was too hot for Ace to handle.
The winner is Natsu Dragnails.
I'm confused.
He didn't swallow the lightning. He had the lightning power.
He didn't have the lightning
Stick around, we're
powers.
about to announce who
He
fights
didn't
next.
have any. He didn't trigger the lightning powers.
Freak that.
They said he had to eat
Look,
something
this
in
is
order to get the
I mean,
lightning powers.
Calm down, gentlemen. Calm down, gentlemen.
Alright.
This was BS.
Yes.
What the freak did he get that power from?
Yes.
That.
But I worried about that.
Him.
I was worried about the electricity. Apparently,
Well, like he said, there's other elements that are stronger than fire.
No.
Overtake power. That's
They said he resort to his regular form because he knew his fire wasn't gonna work, and that gave him a chance to hit him.
They also said that any other element that's stronger than fire can hurt him, like water for existence and like lava for existence.
yeah, they said nothing about electricity though.
The electricity
They didn't say
should have
nothing.
went right through him.
But they-
That made no sense.
I got that right. I got
I
that.
just want to know where he got the lightning power.
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
Because they said Natsu had to eat something in order to trigger the
Yeah,
lightning power.
he ate the
He
King
ate
of Fairy Tale's
fire.
nephew lightning in order to get the lightning power. But now this-
Yeah, but
Maybe
just
he
now
always
he ate-
consumes it for the rest of his life.
No.
We'll just assume that.
Nah.
Freak that. I don't care how much lightning he had. That lightning should have went right through him because he went with his little fist attack and that went through him and he said, "I told you can't hurt me." And then he lightning him to death. So he decided to go normal. Why didn't he just stay in flame mode?
Was it water sitting on the floor or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even if he went fire mode, he would still be able to get
He
his
was a
element.
bull crap. Since when?
That is kind of dumb.
That yeah.
Maybe water. I'll give you water, not lightning.
Hey,
Lightning
Team
should've went right
J3,
through him.
write in the comments down below. How did he touch him with that
They
electricity?
just
Makes no
said
sense.
he.
But
If you rewind,
did he eat any? I didn't see nothing, man.
He didn't eat nothing to trigger the lightning.
I know, but besides that, they said he decided to resort to not using his flame shit.
Yeah,
so
they
he
said-
gave this nigga a chance to hit him, which made no sense.
They was like because he realized Natsu could eat fire.
Exactly.
He spent more time in his physical
Right,
form
which-
so he wouldn't get eaten.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Stalemate. I'm looking at a stalemate.
Stalemate.
But how did lightning hit him? Because
How
it's
did
another
he
element.
get the lightning? Period.
Yeah, how did he
I'm
get
with
the
y'all with
lightning?
that, but even after he got it,
Yeah, why would he
shouldn't
put
have
it? Why would he put his defenses down completely?
Exactly.
Because he can eat fire.
Makes no sense.
And Ace is a real tactician. I don't know why they missed that out.
Like I said, it should have been a stalemate because
That's why he's the right hand man of the white
he was
beard.
supposed to stay flame mode and keep trying to fight him, and he could just keep eating it. That's a stalemate. So that way he wouldn't run out of energy.
He should have, because they said the one with the hat could fight for 5 days. They didn't say nothing about his endurance being that high. He should have passed
They say he
out,
can run
fell
fast.
asleep or something, and then he should have barbecued his ass.
I guess.
I don't know.
But hey, he got him. I didn't think he was gonna win though.
I didn't think it was.
I didn't think he was gonna win either. And the way he
They
wanted
probably
to
gave it to him because the last battle, Zoro and Urza. Urza's from Fairy Tail and Zoro's from One Piece, and Zoro killed her.
But it can't base it off of that, man. That's like
That's probably why they gave it to him.
I don't know.
Hey, we're gonna give this one to Fairy Tail.
Maybe they thought he was gonna win, just like they said. You know, he
Yeah.
said, "Freak my fire moves. This fool eats fire. Go ahead and hit me."
That's some BS.
Yeah, that was BS.
Yeah, man, just end my stuff right now so I can die.
Yeah, we fighting to the death, but I'm gonna let you hit me anyway.
That's
No,
what-
Quick,
Right.
real quick.
Dumb.
dumb.
Yes.
All right, if you guys like this battle, write in the comments down below. Tell us what you like about the battle. It was still interesting seeing though two
Yeah,
fire beasts.
yeah.
That's like watching a dragon versus Charizard or Charizard
Again, I
versus
thought stalemate.
Typhlosion.
I thought it was gonna be a
Typhlosion is
stalemate
bad
and the
boy.
bullshit in Ace's side, but it was bullshit on.
Typhlosion would not get served
Yeah.
up by Charizard, bro.
I knew bullshit was coming.
Typhlosion knows.
We all
Thunder
knew
Punch.
bullshit.
I mean,
Let's see what electricity do.
We thought it was gonna be dude,
Thunder Punch. Wow.
Right.
TL
It
Charizard.
was entertaining though. It was entertaining.
What was his element? Fire and what? Typhlosion.
He's fire.
And what?
Fire.
Pure fire?
Fire.
You
Charizard
really
fire
win that fight?
and wind.
Nah, he dragged that thing.
You know who would whoop both of
His
them?
last form is dragon. Charizard's fire and flying.
The teddy bear. Come on, man.
Thunder Punch.
I see your Charizard and raise you my blood. Like,
Bruh. that dude from My Hero Academia, the ice and
Hey man, hey,
he would wreck me.
hey, you saw what he did to him, bruh.
No,
Hey,
he
Team
would've wrecked
J3,
them.
please go watch My Hero Academia, man. When he went in that room and he froze him and then
froze the whole
unthawed them, bro, they were done. He was like, oh shoot.
Hey,
He got the best
remember
of
Yu Yu
both
Hakusho?
worlds. He would have
What
wrecked
kind of
them.
power is that?
But a Mark
Get
Bolt,
fire and ice.
That right
He is
there.
a cheater with his third eye.
Cheater.
He ain't. I don't care. It's part of his ability.
Who?
He ain't with a one.
Who?
He ain't from Yu Yu Hakusho.
You know, it was a cheater with
and
that
if they
third
would have made
eye.
him mad, that Black Flame
yeah.
Dragon would have showed up.
You know who? But you know who's the best with that third eye? The chick off of Avatar, bro.
Oh,
She was serving him up, bro.
That was a dude in the first
It was a
Avatar.
dude in the first one.
And I was that had to be his daughter or
I
something.
think it was a girl in the
I
second
don't
one.
know.
Probably his
It was
granddaughter.
hard.
Because
You're talking about
probably his
Chorus.
granddaughter.
That's an easy wreck though.
Bruh, it really was. She said, "Oh, it's too late. It's too late." It was gold. All right, Team J3. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, man. We all went for Ace, but he apparently lost his battle.
By cheat.
By
Like, cheat. So somebody was gonna get cheated. I already knew.
It is what it is. It was still fun kicking with the homies on this one.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Write in the comments down below what you guys thought about the battle. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Oh,
Yes,
make sure you
better than
subscribe to
Nick
J3
and
Entertainment if you want more
versus
content,
Laura.
like more Screw Attack
Right.
battle reaction,
that
discussions, or if you want
votes
reaction
are
video
rated.
trailers, reviews, us just being us, live stream, all that stuff like that. Make sure you push the subscribe button, thumbs this video up. That's all we got. J3 out.